aggressively working for you. Two, the orders are the orders. Can't help them. Wish I could, but I can only help those that would listen. And from the looks of things, you got people in higher rankings passing away, man. Colin Powell, R.I.P. to him, man. Trump sues January 6th, but the twist of that is he's being sued by some civil actions. Sad, man. Like I said, you wanted to jump into politics. I wanted to do it because I seen the opportunity of real change. But it takes time. State IG launches investigation into end of Afghanistan's operations. I'm looking more or less into the worldly operation and how to rebuild worldly roads, access to this American dream, because I'd rather have a paradise here on earth. I'm seeing it as possible, but others are too, caught up in self at the moment. And when I said look into yourself, meaning share the common humanality that's within yourselves. But I didn't mean it to take it as a point of selfishness. We can't get anywhere that way. Biden, Democrats, Trump, Republicans, and me as the Niggocratic leadership of the Niggocrats. FBI is working in Haiti to recover kidnapped missionaries. Like I said, man, I'm trying to establish international borders all around the world and laws all around the world, so we could be under one moon. I mean, we are anyway, but I mean, legitimately, the paperworks. Like I said, it can save a lot of this political headache. The city data shows 64% of Chicagoans' police employees reported vaccination status. Listen, man, I don't want to get into any personal opinions upon what you deem suitable for your body in this pandemic. It's like what I said before. I can't tell you when to hold gas inside or let it out. Salute to one of my sponsors out there. And for the little Halloweenies, spooky Yuki fun with America. It's this sponsor. See more videos. Oh man, I won't be celebrating the Halloween situation now, but salute to those that are going about in tradition, even though you may have to social distance. You may have to wear a mask. And you may or may not have as much fun as you did in the previous years. Like I said, it's about a spooky situation. And COVID-19 is definitely spooky. So, like I said before, roads, around the world, organizations, UN, what else? Oh yeah, my $11 trillion plan from, I guess, starting tomorrow until, I guess, this time around 2020, October. My plan is implemented, which is I need $11 trillion from this time until next time around 2022. There's a physical budget worldwide established within the cranium of my brain after all that took place. Because you're not going to talk that stimulus talk, and you already got this child tax credit that desperately is needed anyway, so you're going to keep that. Now it's all about negotiating what we have already and what we're going to do with it. From the looks of things, you went at something and try to attack it, and it's costly, so it is what it is. Some will get it and some won't. No problem. Like I said, I need 11 trillion between now and this time 2022 for the physical budget. Income taxes will be an increase there. Increase in what they call it, pay for the employees, and lowered taxes and lowered prices on items, because Biden thinks that he's going to get that economical money back by gouging. Trump tried it too, but eventually he had to go back down on the prices because it was too much to bear, and he had to kick out another stimulus at the time. A timeline of the killing of Ahmaud Arbery and the case against 3 men accused of his murder. Like I said, man, lack of evidence, man. Lack of evidence. Man, like I said, they're going, like I said, I don't know how Colin Powell died, but it's a lack of evidence. The Supreme Court rules for police in 2 lawsuits claiming excessive force. Like I said, you gotta have the proof for all of that. And I don't blame the situation. I blame everything surrounding it. It's like I said, your job is to protect and serve. But from the looks of things, there's been so many officers getting, deceased lately. And it makes their job even more harder. And that's no fault of their own. That is policy. Now that's where Moon comes in, to establish more a sustainable situation for the public, because it's public versus public and politics versus politics. Everybody has to come together. I mean, not in a sense of together. It's together at a distance. So, I have to sustain the world and satisfy it in order to get on to my, futuristic economic growth without these disasters overcoming the humanity. ESPN reporter Allison Williams leaves network. I can't blame her, man. ESPN is gouging also. It done branched off too many branches. You got ESPN, ESPN 4000. It's like a million different ESPNs. It's what they call it. You may have bitten off more than you can chew. And that's understandable, man. Everyone has an appetite. A woman was raped on a train while the rest of the car watched. That's kind of hard and believable. I'm sorry, hard to be believable. Which is, you on the train, but like I said, it depends on the situation and how it looked. It could have looked like they was making out. You see a gun? Was it held at any point, knife? Did you see anything of that? The evidence. It's like I said, these stories that draw up in people's minds and how they draw them up. The storylines don't have a backdrop and proof. But like I said, you wanted a full-blown interview with Mo. I said, I hope you got enough time for all of this stuff, man. I hope so. I don't really. NFL Roundup, latest league news from Monday, October 18th. Salute to the games over the weekend, man. Salute to that. And salute to the referees for taking a stand and calling the calls. It made the game more interesting that way. You couldn't really bear to tell what the outcome was. It was a lot of overtimes, and it was amazing, man. Justice Department asked Supreme Court to block Texas abortion law. Like I said, Texas has no right over that because the Supreme Court doesn't have a right over Texas. The federal court has right over those jurisdictions. And like I said, you impeach a president, you can impeach a governor. You can even, what you call it, we've seen what happened to Cuomo. You can do that with any of them. So to give me this line that you want to allow this Governor Abbott to make a decision for a state on his own. Like I said, it's a slippery slope, and you're supposed to be the law bearers, but in the Constitution, you're supposed to bear all that plus whatever legislation you approve through Congress. These legislation these governors are coming up with, they have not been approved through Congress or the federal government, making it an injustifiable clause. That's why, like I said, even down to the president getting impeached, he getting sued for civil actions taking place by, I guess, someone that felt as though he did them wrong in this situation. But that's no fault of him or his own. It's a decision. I wouldn't call it a bad one. I just call it a misunderstanding. Biden administration builds intelligence gathering cell to track groups of migrants headed north. I wouldn't say that. And Biden is a periodical stalker. He stalks individuals for decades, man, and centuries even. That's why he named this first bill the crime bill. It's like I said, I won't go looking for something unless I feel as though I got something to look forward to. But these bills that Biden has passed over the 40-something years, it's not only been detrimental, but heartfelt in a way to a specific group of individuals. Which I don't mind, I just understand it all. I'm not the policy maker. I'm just in the midst of decisions and persuasion. Some are better than others. But like I said, this word hate must be eliminated from the dictionary because it has no place in the human diaspora. To use it and to play on it, it led us down that slippery slope, man. And it still hasn't been addressed. because it still exists. I'm trying to eliminate it. The hate. Justice Department acts, like I said, that's a hateful situation to tell someone what to do with their body. It just can't. You can't do it. You just can't. You try to. Man, good luck. Update on the latest news, sports, business, and entertainment at 1. Salute to that, man. Who is that? We got something here. Is it Mario or Luigi? Update. Oh, and that's another thing too. Speaking of politics, a lot of governors and a lot of things up for grabs. Mayors, all of that is voting season, and it's right around the corner to be exact. You got about not even 15 days to get your vote out there. Now they want to keep you away from the vote once again because people are trying to persuade some people to make it look nice. The only thing I want to make look nice is the surroundings for the humanity. And if you disagree, sign a petition. But if you do agree, sign a petition also. It's like I said, man, a lot is going on because the federal is not playing its part for the states, leaving them to make decisions that's not good for itself. You gotta go at your federal, what you call it, AG, Attorney General, or State General, either or. It's still federal. You gotta get in there and supply the people, your politicians underneath you, Senate, with the things that they need. Or else they're gonna keep reporting chaos. And I know you don't want to hear it, but what do you expect? Montreal cutting service at least until Sunday after pulling 65% of the fleet. Derailment investigation. That's it, man. So many preposterous investigations and preposterous ideas. The world is becoming a cesspool full of indirections and missed opportunities because of misguidance. Because the lack of change. You had previous presidents saying change. And I'm wondering, when will it take place? Maybe they're waiting. Maybe I'm waiting. Who really knows? With that being said, peace. I gotta go.